Welcome to the Garments Engage Crochet podcast, where I chat about crochet garments and other yarny things. I am Michelle Ferguson, crochet pattern designer of Two Brothers Blankets. You can find me at twobrothersblankets.com, on Facebook and Instagram at Two Brothers Blankets, and right here every Thursday for a new podcast episode. Thank you for joining me. I hope you'll hit that subscribe button. We're getting so close to my big goal of 1,000 subscribers, and as soon as we do, I promise we will have a fun giveaway. So please hit that subscribe button. You can also hit the bell in the corner to get notifications every time I post a new video. I hope you guys are having a good week. It's been a really good week here. My kids were at like half day summer camp Monday through Thursday. So I would drop them off and come home and work. And I've gotten a lot done, which has been really nice to be that productive. It's a lot of driving because I had to drop them off at 2 separate places and then pick them up a couple hours later, but it's okay. I got a lot of work done. So it's been a good week. I'm ready for the weekend though. I think we might go to the beach one day. I need a little relaxation time. Let's see, events and happenings. We are almost to Father's Day. If you're watching this when it is posted, I have a blog post on the blog, 17 crochet patterns for Father's Day. I'll link it in the description if you're looking for something last minute to crochet your dad or a dad in your life. What else? We have a guest designer coming to the blog this Friday with a new free pattern for you. The Summer Designer's Pick blog hop is still going on the whole month of June. I will link info to that. Lots of things, lots of fun summer events and activities. If you haven't grabbed your Jada cardigan, go grab it. It's on Ravelry and Etsy. It is now available for purchase, the pattern, 15 sizes from children's size 2 to women's size 5X. I think that's everything. I hope so. Okay, today I want to talk to you about how to care for your crochet garments. You make a sweater, you make a cardigan, you want it to last. It took a lot of work, right? You want it to last and look nice and not fade and not unravel and all that. So I want to talk to you about ways that you can care for your crocheted garments so that they will last and they will continue to look nice. So let's get right into it. Number 1, choose your yarn wisely. Who are you making this for? Think about these things. Who are you making it for? Are you making it for yourself? Do you know how to wash fiber, certain kinds of fiber? Or are you making it for someone else who might not know that much about fiber and the different types of yarn and the different ways you can wash it? If you're making it for someone else, you might want to think, does it need to be easily machine washable, machine dryable, and not mess up in the wash? Or if you're making it for yourself and it's a little bit of a different fiber that needs to be hand washed or laid flat to dry, do you want to take the time to do that? Whatever, you got to think about stuff like that, whatever the situation might be. You also need to decide, is this going to be something that I'm going to wear in the summer, or is this going to be something that I'm going to wear in the winter? If I'm using a worsted weight yarn, is that really the best idea for a summer garment? Do I really want to just be like soaked in sweat in it? Sorry to be a little gross, but you got to think about these things. Do I need something lighter? If I'm wearing a fingering weight yarn in the winter, am I going to be freezing the whole time? Stuff like that. Choose your yarn wisely. Think about the situations that you will be using it, that you will be wearing it, or that someone else will be wearing it, when, seasons, if it's going to be warm or cold, all that kind of stuff. Choose your yarn wisely before you make it so that when it comes time to care for your garment, keep it when it's done and finished and you're wearing it, what kind of, you'll know what kind of yarn it is. You'll know what the care that it needs. So if it needs that extra care, if it's going to get ruined. So if you're making something for a kid, you don't want to use maybe a really expensive hand-dyed yarn for a kid that might get it really dirty or a stain on it or whatever. You might want to use a cheaper yarn. Just think about these things, the situation, who will wear it, where they will wear it, when they will wear it, all that before you make it, and choose your yarn wisely. Number 2, when in doubt, hand wash. You guys know as we've started this podcast, I have been exploring the more machine washable yarns and how they wash up, and if they wash up well in the machine or if they get messed up, and how they dry, and if they dry okay in the dryer, and all that. I've been really like trying all the different yarns in the machine, or when they say they're machine washable and all that. But if you don't know, hand wash it. If you are worried it might mess up, hand wash it. If it's a gift for someone, and the yarn says it's machine washable, but you don't want nothing to happen to it, hand wash it. You can't go wrong really with hand washing. I mean, it might grow if you're using like a super wash or something like that, but we talked about that last week. There's ways to fix that. You just never know with the washing machine. So I'm still team hand wash all the way. At least when in doubt, at least when it matters, when you're worried something might happen to it, when you don't want it to get fuzzy or stretched out or whatever. When in doubt, hand wash. Okay, and then to go along with that, number 3 is lay flat to dry. Like I said, I've been exploring the way different yarns wash up and dry and all that, and a lot of yarns are okay to go in the dryer and they don't shrink and they don't get fuzzy and they don't mess up, but I'm still lay flat to dry, team lay flat to dry if possible. I've seen what the machines, the washing machine and the dryer can do to regular clothes, so I don't want a chance that happening to my crocheted garments that I put a lot of work and love into. So I still say, if you can, if possible, lay it flat to dry. It's just going to avoid any risk of something bad happening to it that you don't want to happen to it. So that's number 3. That's pretty easy. And I know there's not always time. And I know, I mean, like I've said, a lot of these yarns that I've tried in season 1, I washed in the machine and dried in the machine and were fine, like turned out perfectly fine, even like came out softer and nicer. But if there's any doubt, if there's any chance that something could happen to it and you don't want to take that chance, I just say hand wash it and lay flat to dry. Next, this one's a big one that I really didn't do until a couple years ago, I would say. Fold and store rather than hang. I have totes, like those big plastic tub totes with the lids. I have like too many of them to count, of crocheted garments, because I don't hang up my garments. Hanging them, and now I have hung them up and I didn't find like it caused a big issue, but it can like cause it, the weight of it can cause it to stretch a little, can cause the stitches to stretch out. It wears on it, that weight of it by hanging it. So I fold all my garments up and put them in a drawer or a tote or whatever. I've got them everywhere. Like I've got some in my closet, some in totes, some in my hutch drawers, like they're everywhere, but they're folded. I don't particularly care to hang them. I do hang them in pictures and stuff, and like this one's hanging off the mannequin, but it's just the weight of it will wear it down after a while. So to make it last, to make it not get stretched out or misshapen or whatever, fold it and store it somewhere in your drawer or whatever, in your closet, whatever. And then lastly, another way to make sure it lasts and stays nice and doesn't mess up is to never cut your ends. Like I know some people like just knot it and cut it. And like I've had that happen. I've done it where I've weaved in the ends and cut it and I didn't weave in enough. And then it came out. And then it was just this little bitty piece of yarn because I cut it and I can't fix it without adding new yarn or like truly like crocheting again part of it. So I always recommend to cut a long piece and weave that long piece in back and forth so that you have plenty of yarn to keep it secure, keep it all together. Don't cut like right at the edge of the stitch because that will make it fall apart and rip or mess up. So yeah, I would recommend not cutting the yarn, especially on a garment. You don't want that to unravel and leave a hole in your make. So those are my tips for keeping your garments, caring for your garments, keeping them nice looking, keeping them new looking, and making them last as long as possible. So now let's talk about my WIP bag. Sound good? I still have a bunch of WIPs. I don't have a WIP, the same WIP, the commissioned WIP that I had before. Let me tell you a story real quick. You will always, always, always be learning in this hobby or this art, this craft. I am 9 years into it since I started crocheting. 8 years into designing, and I learned something very new this week. And I had to frog almost an entire garment because of it. So I was doing a commissioned design. It's with a hand-dyed yarn, all the same color. It's like a solid color. It's a red, so it's a shade of red, so that probably makes a huge difference as well. But I believe it was all dyed in the same pot. But there was such a difference in shades between each skein that it was coming out like very light, very dark, and so on. Like it would be very light at the beginning and then very dark. And I even alternated skeins. So sometimes when you're using hand-dyed yarn, because it will come out differently because it's hand-dyed, you will go, like you'll do a row or two and then you will switch the skein and then do 2 rows and then switch back. You'll alternate between 2 skeins to keep it more even. Well, I was doing that and it was still coming out way light and then way dark. So after talking to the person that I was designing it for, I told them what was going on. I was like, I'm alternating it. I don't understand why it's doing this, but it's not looking like it was just looking very chunky, you could see exactly where I was changing yarn and all that. And she was like, try using, so I had 6 skeins for the project. She was like, try using alternating all 6. So I had to take it all apart. And we'll be doing that soon. I was mad, but at the same time, I was like, whatever works to make it. Like I wasn't mad at her or mad at anything like that. I was mad at myself for not figuring that out. But I only began working with hand-dyed yarn a couple years ago, and so I had no idea. Like I figured just alternating the 2 would be fine, but especially when you're working like with a real deep color, you just never know. So it's best to alternate all of your skeins for that project so it all blends really nicely. So I will be doing that soon. I'm going to actually have my husband make me like a bobbin type thing so I can stick the all 6 skeins on it and just alternate, and like it'll just pull from there, I hope. It'll probably have to be pretty big, but yeah, so I had to do that. So learn from my mistakes. If you've got a big hand-dyed yarn project, just alternate all the skeins so it'll blend very nicely. So anyways, that WIP is no longer a WIP, but I have a few WIPs. Oh, I did finish the Spring Breeze sweater blouse. It's beautiful. I love it. Oh my goodness. It's like the Mighty Stitch yarn was made for that sweater. I'm going to get some pictures of it this weekend. I can't wait to show you. Yeah, sometimes it just works out so nicely. And like I've told y'all, I think I told y'all recently, I've just decided to like size up on everything that I wear now. Like I'm right in between sizes for bust, and I have a small bust, but I'm more of a pear shape. And so for the longest, I would just do like a size small, but like go up a size or 2 as I like got closer to my waist and hips area. Well, now I've just started sizing up to a medium, and I just love the fits so much better. So when in doubt, for that, size up too, because it looks so much better on me. It looks like it fits nicer. I don't feel uncomfortable in it, like I'm pulling at it or it's sticking to me. So the last Spring Breeze sweater blouse, my point in all this is the last Spring Breeze sweater blouse I made was a small, and this one's a medium, and it just looks, I just love it. It looks so much nicer on me. I wish it was cool enough in Florida to wear this. Hopefully this winter, it might be a few days out of the year, who knows? Because I would totally be wearing it out all over the place because I love it that much. So Spring Breeze sweater blouse is done. Be on the lookout for new pictures of that soon. I'm still working on the sweet tea shawl. I haven't gotten too much progress because I was finishing up that Spring Breeze sweater blouse. So I haven't made a lot of progress, but I hope to have this one done by next week, by the end of next week. We're going out of town next weekend. I would really love to have it done by then. So that's my goal. So that'll be like my main project for right now. And then I'll be starting the new commission design, restarting the commission design. And then I have some more Cabo that I ordered. So do you remember a couple of episodes back in season 1, I was doing the derby duster vest. I said I wanted to redo it. There was some issues with it, and I wanted to remake it. And I was remaking it in the same yarn that I originally made it in. Well, I've decided I'm not going to do that. I was working with Cabo. I think it was when I was making my Sarasota tank top with Cabo that I was like, I really just like this yarn. It's really nice. It's a true DK. It's lightweight. It's cotton. It's flowy. I was like, I think I want to make more stuff in Cabo. So I ordered enough to make a derby duster vest, remake the derby duster vest, and update it in this white color. It's just white. And then this way, I have more. I don't think you can see it. I have more in the ice blue, I think it's called, to remake my springtime sweater in Cabo. So be on the lookout because there's going to be a lot of Cabo projects coming up. I just really like it, and I think this will look super cute as the derby duster vest. This white, and it's really drapey. So yeah, that will be on the docket soon after I finish the sweet tea shawl. And I have yarn coming for my August pattern release. It's on the way. So I'll definitely be starting that as well soon too. I'm excited to share that one with you guys. But that's what's in my WIP bag. Not too much going on yet, but lots of plans for new WIPs. So yeah, that's how I am in the summer. I told y'all that. I'm just want to make all the things. So, all right, let's get into our brutally honest review. I'm not doing a yarn this week. I wanted to do my review on this soak. It is called, where is it? Soak. It's a fiber wash. It just says soak. It is a fiber wash. I got it from WIP Crochet. This is the scent, I guess, Celebration. It says good, clean, fun. It has 75 plus washes in it. I have been using this when I block my garments or my designs, period. It says clean all the laundry you love with this rinse-free, environmentally friendly formulation. It's perfect for washing your laciest lingerie, softest sweaters, swimwear, handmade quilts, even baby clothes. Show your laundry and the planet some love. Made with plant-derived and renewable ingredients, biodegradable, phosphate-free, and dye-free. And then it has directions on how to hand wash it. It says 1 teaspoon in 1 gallon cool water. Soak for 15 minutes, gently squeeze, no need to rinse. Lay knits flat to dry. Wash sets like lingerie together. Test fabrics for color fastness, also for HE machine. So you can actually use this in your washing machine. I've only so far hand washed with it. But I'm going to have to give that a go. But what I really like about it is that it is rinse free. I put a little bit in the cool water, put it in the, put my garment in, or my crochet project in. I soak it for about 10 minutes and then I rinse it out and I am done with it. Like I don't have to rinse, I don't rinse it, I wring it, not wring it, squeeze it out. Goodness, my words. Squeeze it out. Don't wring it. Don't wring your knits and crochet projects. Don't do it. But I squeeze out the water and that's it. I don't have to rinse. I don't have to rinse the water with, turn on the water and rinse it. It smells amazing. And it makes your yarn smell amazing, like your project. I could smell it all day long. This is the scent celebration. They do also have unscented. And I forgot to look at the price. I forgot what it is. Let me see. I don't have my phone. Let me really fast look. I think it's pretty affordable. I think you can also, I got it on crochet.com. But I believe it might be on Amazon too. I'm not positive. All right, Soak it's on sale right now. It's normally $16. It's 20% off at the moment, $12.80. So I'm recording this on June 11th. The podcast airs on June 17th. I don't know if it'll still be on sale or not, but $16 regular price. Yeah, lots of cool. They even have like a travel pack, and they have an unscented, and a few other scents too. But this is Celebration. I really am liking this a lot. I give it a good, now I haven't tried a lot, so I can't like compare it well to other washes, but I give it a 9 out of 10 for washing, ease of washing. The smell is great. You don't have to rinse it. It's rinse free. You can use it in the washing machine. I love it. I'm loving it. Next time I have to wash something in the machine to review, I'm going to use this and give it a try. It doesn't say though how much to use in the machine. I would assume the same amount maybe. Yeah, it says it in the directions also for HE machines. So I would assume the same amount. I don't know, but I'll let you know. But that is Soak Fiber Wash. I really like it. 9 out of 10. I'll link it in the description so you can check it out and maybe get you some. All right, well, that's all I have for today. Next week we'll have another designer interview I'm really excited about. I'm loving doing all these interviews. Let me know if you have a designer that you would like for me to interview or that specializes in a certain type of garments or whatnot. I'll be happy to get in touch with them. All right, be sure to subscribe and I will see you again next week. Bye.